Restaurant Daily brings you the top headlines of the day, but did you know you can dig deeper into the industry news by listening to The Week in Restaurants, or as we call it, TWIR. Available wherever you get your podcasts on Fridays, TWIR features restaurant business editor-in-chief Jonathan Mays, senior editor and tech editor Joe Guskowski, and executive editor Lisa Jennings, the TWIRmites, who gather each week to chew on the top stories impacting the restaurant industry and offer their insights and analysis. Follow wherever you get your podcasts.
McDonald's has a new chief of development. Just Salad scored a slam dunk with a new celebrity investor, and quick service sandwich chains are losing to fast casual competitors. Welcome to Restaurant Daily, your daily dose of the most important news in the industry from the editors of Restaurant Business and Nation's Restaurant News. I'm RB Executive Editor Lisa Jennings.
And I'm Managing Editor Leanne Zinsmeister. McDonald's has a new Chief Development Officer in the U.S. The fast food giant has named Brian Brown its new Chief Development Officer. He takes over for Tabassum Zalashawala, who recently was named SVP of Global Restaurant Development and Restaurant Design. Brown was most recently a consultant, but spent more than a decade guiding development for the fast casual chicken chain Raising Cane's. He is now tasked with helping McDonald's expand its store count in the U.S.
Just Salad scored a slam dunk this week. The New York-based salad chain has won an equity investment from the Knicks point guard Jalen Brunson, who's fresh off the 2026 NBA championships and was finals MVP. It's the first restaurant investment for Brunson, sometimes called Captain Clutch or Big Body Brunson, who said he has long been a fan of the 125-unit chain. It will no doubt be a boost for Just Salad, which is accelerating growth. The chain expects to add 30 restaurants this year, up from 20 that opened in 2025.
Go Knicks. Fast food sandwich chains are losing ground to fast casual rivals. Sales at quick service sandwich chains have declined steadily over the past 5 years, according to data from the Technomic Top 1500. But sales at fast casual sandwich brands have grown at 24.5% over that period. Many chains in the two sectors compete with one another, providing evidence that consumers frustrated with menu price inflation have traded up to brands that they consider higher quality. Quick service sandwich chains, including brands Subway, Quiznos, and Blimpie, frequently operate with lower unit volumes, which makes it tougher for individual restaurants to survive difficult periods, making such brands prone to steep declines.
Papa John's CFO, Ravi Thanawala, is leaving the company to take on the same position at another public company. The pizza chain has named current Senior Vice President of Corporate Finance and Principal Accounting Officer, Chris Collins, as interim CFO, effective immediately. Collins joined Papa John's in 2021 and has over 30 years of experience leading finance functions at public companies. The CFO transition comes as Papa John's recovers from a tough first quarter in which same-store sales were down 6.4%.
Jollibee could be a growing threat in the chicken space. The chain has added chicken nuggets to its menu for the first time. The new nuggets are available in 5, 8, 15, and 30-piece options alongside the chain's signature gravy or one of 5 dipping sauces. Jollibee was one of the fastest growing chains in the U.S. last year with 17% sales growth. The Philippines-based concept now has well over 100 U.S. locations with a target of reaching 500 by 2030.
The idea of leadership training can seem like a luxury to independent restaurant operators and managers, many of whom just learn on the job. A new free restaurant academy hopes to solve that problem with the help of some star-studded chefs and restaurateurs doing the coaching. The National Restaurant Association Educational Foundation has partnered with American Express and Resi to launch the Academy, a 4-month program with mostly virtual format, though participants will gather in person for 2 days in Washington, D.C. in September, with expenses included. 30 people will be selected by a panel of judges to participate. See details at nrn.com.
Sweetgreen is in bad need of a turnaround. So the fast casual chain went to an expert on turnarounds, Kevin Hochman, the CEO of Chili's. Sweetgreen CEO Jonathan Neiman said he's borrowing from Hochman's playbook, at least in terms of simplifying operations and focusing on the customer. The salad chain's same-store sales fell nearly 13% in the first quarter. Chili's, meanwhile, recorded a 4% same-store sales increase in its latest quarter, but that built on a 31% increase the prior year, resulting in 2-year growth of 37%.
El Pollo Loco has debuted in Idaho, marking the chain's 10th state as it eyes nationwide expansion. The brand plans to open up to 20 new locations system-wide this year, which could nearly double its 2025 pace. A majority of those are planned outside its home state of California. CEO Liz Williams said the brand now has the momentum and economics to reinforce a path toward becoming a national brand. In Q1, same-store sales grew nearly 6%, while restaurant margins were over 19%, marking a 320 basis point increase year over year.
Fast casual Rice Mediterranean Kitchen takes a deep dive into Persian food on its menu. The 10-unit South Florida concept was started by an Iranian-American family, and they bring their authentic kebabs, sauces, and spices to customers only familiar with the usual hummus, pita sandwiches, and the like. The marinade sauces and proteins are prepared in a central commissary for consistency, and catering is a growing part of the business. We take a look behind the menu to see how Rice Mediterranean Kitchen is differentiating itself in a crowded category.
For Red Lobster, endless shrimp is the LTO that won't end. The chain's 2023 all-you-can-eat shrimp debacle has resurfaced again, this time in a lawsuit claiming that the former stakeholder and seafood supplier Thai Union used the deal in a scheme to sell Red Lobster more shrimp. The allegation was first aired by the former CEO Jonathan Tibus during the Red Lobster 2024 bankruptcy, and Thai Union rejected the claim as meritless at the time. But a bankruptcy expert said the plaintiffs have a strong case against the company.
And that should do it for today's Daily. Tune in every weekday on Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Leanne Zinsmeister.
And I'm Lisa Jennings. Happy birthday to America. Have a restful holiday weekend. See you Monday.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Restaurant Daily. Rate us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and subscribe. Restaurant Daily brings you the top headlines of the day, but did you know you can dig deeper into the industry news by listening to The Week in Restaurants, or as we call it, TWR. Available wherever you get your podcasts on Fridays, TWR features restaurant business editor-in-chief Jonathan Mays, senior editor and tech editor Joe Guskowski, and executive editor Lisa Jennings, the TWRmites, who gather each week to chew on the top stories impacting the restaurant industry and offer their insights and analysis. Follow wherever you get your podcasts.